Hello everyone and welcome to my Lego table. So today we are going to be making the Lego Creator 3-in-1, the Forest Animals Red Fox. So this is set number 31154. It is 667 pieces and is for 9 years and up. Now because this is a 3-in-1, you can actually create 3 different animals from this one set, but you would have to build one, take it apart, build the other one, take it apart, build the next one and take it apart, which is why instead I have 3 sets and one of my other boxes just fell and I can't reach it. So I will be building each animal here today. Okay. So this one you will build, of course, the Arctic fox. You can also build the squirrel, who's really cute, and the owl in a tree, which I love owls. They're so cool. Okay. All right. So this does come with 5 bags of Legos and then also 3 individual instruction booklets, 1 for each animal. So 1 for the fox, 1 for the squirrel, and 1 for the owl. Now, the thing is about these is when you're doing, if you're doing all 3 of the animals. So the first set, or the main set that's shown on the front of the box, is always done. You know, you start with bag 1, you build that. You start with bag 2, you build that. The other 2 sets that come that you can build from it are not done by the bag order. So you basically just have to dump all the bags onto your table or your building surface and then just find the pieces for whatever step that you're doing and put it together. It also leaves a lot of excess pieces for the smaller ones. So for the fox, you may use pretty close to all of the pieces, but for the squirrel and the owl, you're going to have probably quite a few left over, which sometimes kind of seems like a waste of money, but it also gives you extra Legos if you need them for whatever. You know, some people build their own Legos, some people use Legos to decorate, some people I've even seen make earrings and all kinds of stuff out of Legos. So to each their own. Okay, so we are, oh, and this also, okay, so this is retiring. This set is retiring at the end of 2025. I do know it retailed on Lego for $49.99, and then it went on sale for like Black Friday and the rewards weekend and all of that, and it went down to $39.99. It is currently out of stock on Lego's website. I don't know if you'll be able to find this in stores or anything, but it is out of stock on the Lego website. Today is the 28th of November of 2025. And as of today, I looked on Walmart's website and they said there was only 2 left in stock and they were like more expensive. They had like jacked up the price. But I also checked Amazon and Amazon does still have them in stock. So on today's Black Friday, so I don't know how long it'll stay on sale, but it is on sale for like $38.50 on Amazon today. Like I said, by the time I get this video done and get it out, that could have gone back up. They could be out of stock. I don't know. So if you are wanting to get this, you'll have to kind of shop around for it and see if anybody still has it in stock to get it at the regular retail price. Otherwise, you know, it's going to go bye-bye by the end of the year and you'll have to pay probably extra for it to get it from somebody else. Okay. All right. So we are, of course, going to start with the fox today. I'm going to get started with bag number 1. Once I get that done, I will come back, show you what we've built, and we'll go on from bag to bag for the fox. Then we'll go on to the squirrel and the owl, and those I will just have to go by step to step. And so, yeah. So I'm going to get started, and I'll be back when bag 1 is done. Okay, so bag number 1 is done. And we basically have kind of built like part of the body here. You can see where the legs and stuff are going to go here. So there that is. All right, so we are going to move on to bag number 2. Once that's done, I will come back and show you guys what we built. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so bag number 2 is done. And basically we worked on getting this neck piece on, which it may move a little bit, like kind of in a circle, but not really back and forth or anything. And then we also have gotten his head on, which actually does move. You can move it into different positions of up and down, and then also back and forth. And then it kind of it can rest right there on top of this little like scruff for his neck there. Okay. Then we also put his ears on, which of course can move into different positions as well. And then his mouth does open and close as well. So he's looking pretty cute. I love the face. It's a very good face of the red fox, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to bag number 3. Once that's done, I'll come back and show you guys what we built. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys. So for bag number 3, we put on the legs. So we put both of the front legs on. And of course they move here. They don't move at the elbow or anything, just at the shoulder blade here. And then we also put the back leg on. Now they should move. They are on like a swivel thing, but it is a little bit like they can't really come back this way. Like you can't turn it that way. You can't turn it this way a little bit, okay? And all that. And then the foot itself, as you can see, it's kind of funky looking, but it can move here and it can move here, okay? So right now we kind of have him in a sitting position. So he just kind of sits there, but you can adjust it to other positions, okay? So that was bag number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to bag number 4. Once that's done, I will come back and show you what we built. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so bag number 4 is done. And basically for this, we created his tail, which is really cool looking. And so it does move here at this joint and then also up here. You can move it back and forth as well, okay? There's the underneath of it. There we go. All right, so now we're going to continue on with bag number 5, which is our final bag. Once that's done, I'll come back, show you what we've built, and this part will be completed, and we'll move on to our next animal. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so the 5th and final bag is done, and we basically built this little tree stump with the tree kind of coming out of it. You got some really cute like little pieces of bark that are sticking up here, okay? All right, so that gets us all finished for the fox. It's actually pretty cute. I really like his face. All right, you guys, so now we are going to move on and create the squirrel, I think. Do we want to do the squirrel? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the squirrel. So this one, since it is the second, one of the second or third builds, then we have to just dump all of the pieces out. So I'll probably come back about every 20 steps or so and show you what we've built so far, and then we'll go on from there. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so we just finished step number 29, and first we created this part here, and then we created this part here. So we got to finish these, and I'm guessing they're going to connect together once we get to that point. So I'm going to continue on, and I'll be back after the next 20 or so steps. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so we actually just finished step 82. Sorry about that. I kind of got into a building mode and forgot to record more quickly into the steps, but we've only done about 50 more since the last time we were on here. So basically we have gotten quite a bit of the body done and the tail. So the tail is kind of double jointed, so it can move here, and then it can also move a little bit here. Hello, there's a kitty. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, so far it doesn't really stand really well or anything like that yet. So hopefully that'll be fixed here in a little bit. Okay, so I am going to continue on with step 83, and I may just finish it off before we come back the next time. So I will be back as soon as it's done. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so our little squirrel here is done. So the last part was putting on, of course, his little legs and then his little feet. So the legs, again, will move at the hips and then at the feet joints. Kind of hard to do it one-handed, especially since he's holding a nut. I don't want to turn him over on his side. And then we put his little arms on. Now, his arms don't really move all that much. If you do move them, they kind of come unclipped. They can go up and down, even though the nut's in the way right now. And then the hands can move at the little, basically like the little wrist joints there, okay? We've got his head on, which does move all the way around here. And then his little ears can move up and down, okay? Although it doesn't like it, and it just undid that when I did that. So I'll have to fix that. Okay. But yeah, so he's pretty cute. The little nut is just very cute. It's just a couple Lego pieces stacked on top of each other with the big top and then a stick down through the middle. But adorable. I probably like the tail the most. I kind of think this part here is a little bit weird. It's not really level with the head. And when I see a squirrel, I kind of think their neck kind of goes whoop. I don't think it. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So, but he is pretty cute, and of course, they got the eyes and stuff pretty good. So, All right, so that is it for the squirrel. So now we are going to move on to the owl and the little tree. And this, once again, going to be the same thing. We're going to have to dump all 5 bags out onto the desk and then, build it from all the pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And once I get it done, I will come back and show you guys what we built. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so I just finished step number 23, and this is what we've built so far. Can't really tell what this is yet, but there are several places for things to hook up, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep moving on. I'll be back in 20 or so steps, and I'll let you see where we're at. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so I just finished step number 56, and so we have built quite a bit of the body here and the tail. We have the claws on, or the feet with the claws on. Okay, and then we've also started this here, which I think is going to be a wing by the way it looks. Okay. All right, so I'm going to continue on with step 57, and I'll come back in 20 or so steps and show you what we built. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so we just finished step 101. It's basically the whole bird now is done, or owl. So we've got his head on with his little eyeballs. He's got the little beak, got some wings here. And the wings do move, so they can move back and forth. And I think they can flex in and out a little bit too. Not too much, but they can move a little bit in and out. Of course, his tail does move up and down as well. And then you've got his, feet, which I just kind of messed up there. Okay. All right, so now that we have him done, we're going to continue on and make the little tree thing. Once that's done, I'll come back and show you guys the full build. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so the owl is all done. We've got his little tree all set up and he's attached to it. He's actually really cute. I kind of like him as much as the fox. Let's see. So, and this is how much pieces were left after we were done with him. So yeah. So now we have the owl here. Let me move these pieces out of the way. We got the little squirrel with the acorn, and we have the fox with the little shrub or tree or whatever you want to call that. But there they all are, completely finished. They look really good. I really like them. So my favorite is probably the owl, I'll be honest with you. The fox is really cool, but I like owls a lot. And, I like foxes too. But I like the Arctic foxes and stuff more than the red fox. But they're still, all 3 are adorable. But I love owls. They're so cool. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, get notifications. And also check out some of my other videos so that I can keep bringing you more and more Lego. You can also check out my eBay page at the link in the description below and see if I have any Legos up for sale right now. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good day and enjoy your Lego building. And we'll see you on the next build. Bye.